Oh, hi guys! Welcome back to the part 2 video of aquascaping with plant cities and knobs. Today, I'm going to show you the types of plants that I use and show you the finalized product of my aquascaping. Just one note, I have changed the position of the sand. So in the previous video, I had a lot of the sand ramped up towards the right back end corner of the tank, but I've decided that I wanted all of the sand towards the back and then level it down towards the front. So it's not like sided towards one corner or anything. It's just all ramped up towards the back and then a gradual slide down towards the front to give it a more in-depth kind of scape. The plants that I used were specifically chosen for a very low maintenance fish tank, so which means basically no CO2 injection, and also they will be grown in an innate substrate, meaning there's no nutrition in the sand. So I will be putting in root tabs, which are for the nutrients for the roots of the plants basically, and also be adding liquid carbon dioxide every now and then when the plants need it. So the plants that I used are basically Cryptocoryne, I think wendtii. I've got Amazon swords. I've got a thin Vallisneria, 2 bunches of those, and Anubias Nano. All these plants are really good for low maintenance, non-CO2 injection types of tanks. And yeah, they're really easy. The only downside is that they will grow really slowly. So you'll have to have a lot of patience with them. But yeah, for any low maintenance, no CO2 injection, yeah, you just leave them and give them light and they'll grow for you in time. All right, that's enough talk. Let's get to it. All right, so from the previous video, I've already got a little bit of Anubias Nana that have been planted in from the tank before I did anything to it. So I just got them out of the terracotta and I shoved them in. And then a week after, I got some new plants. First up, I'm going to be planting my thin Vallisneria, the 2 bunches, one on either end. And they've already got some roots growing, so all I had to do was, move the sand around and stick them in. And I've also planted 2 root tabs by Chem, and they're called flourish tabs, and they run around 3 to 4 months. They'll last around 3 to 4 months in the sand as long as you put it right next to the plant. And yeah, any root feeding plant will feed off that, and then you just keep putting it in. I didn't want anything too bushy in the back, but I did know that I wanted some kind of strandy, long, thin plant in the background. So that's why I chose the Vallisneria, and they kind of look elegant and natural with the driftwood as well. With the driftwood as well, it's a good background plant. Now, the second plant I decided to plant is the Amazon sword. This one I just saw at the fish store and I just thought, why not? Because it's a typical plant that beginners usually start with, and it's very low maintenance, very easy to plant. They'll grow nice and large if you give them the right condition. And yeah, I just thought I'd put it in the middle ground area. It is quite large in comparison to how the other plants are, and with the tank as well. So I just thought, I tried to put it at the front, but it was kind of blocking the driftwood. So I've settled with putting it towards the back with right next to the dragonstone, and I think it looks pretty good. The third plant here I've got is the Cryptocoryne, I think the wendtii type. And I've got a few of those. They're a bit smaller than the first 2 plants, so I decided to plant them in the foreground, right where the driftwood meets the sand. And I thought they were kind of cool, a bit dark red, some green, and I think with the right conditions they'll grow quite nice leaves and kind of grow from the front. So I think they look pretty good with the little stones detailing around them too, makes it look a bit more natural. With like shrimps, and I'm planning to get autosynclus catfish, a few of them, just to clean the algae and stuff. I think it'll look cool with them like resting on them and stuff. Yeah, it'll be a sick look. Don't know if you can see, but the driftwood has started to produce some biofilm. Basically, it's where the bacteria starts taking advantage of all the materials inside, like wood and plants, and decompose the wood and stuff on the surface, and they start releasing nutrients, and that's what you can see, like the cloudy biofilms surrounding the wood. And it's totally natural. Some people freak out and think, it's a totally foreign material, but it's actually it's a natural thing, and shrimps love eating that kind of stuff, and it's really good. Like, it's just normal. So, with a few water changes, they should be gone in like 2 to 4 weeks. It's not a big deal. It's just the natural thing to do. And the last plant that I have planted in here is the Anubias nana. Again, a very good beginner, low maintenance, non-CO2 injecting plant. They are very slow growing, but I particularly got this one because the guy that works at the local fish store said there was a flower beginning to emerge, and I thought, oh yeah, that's kind of cool, why not? And so I just got that one. I later decided to put it in the center of the driftwood. The old Anubias that's shoved in the middle, I took that one out, put it towards the bottom, and then I put that nice Anubias where that is. So it's kind of like a little centerpiecey kind of plant, and it's looking really pretty. And yeah, in addition to the plants, I found this guy selling a bunch of Indian almond leaves, guava leaves, banana leaves, and mulberry leaves. Basically, you put some pieces of the different types of leaves, and the shrimps especially will love those kind of leaves. Like in the wild, especially Indian almond leaves and mulberry leaves, they will devour that stuff in, within a week or two. And yeah, they're basically like natural nutrients, and also provide really good biofilm as well. So it's good to have them in the tank to help lower pH and provide food and biofilm. And it just makes the tank look so much more natural as well. And so I've got a few pieces of, I think at the moment, Indian almond leaves, the mulberry and the guava. And I plan to rotate, a few around every time it decomposes. But I think it'll take, because I don't have many shrimp in my tank, only around 10. Obviously it'll take quite a long time for them to decompose. So I'm guessing maybe every 2 to 3 months that they will decompose at. And then I'll just rotate it. So hopefully the big batch will last me like around a year or so. At this rate, everything's going good. The pH actually, compared to when I made the last video, it has decreased a little bit. So it was around 8.0 last time. It's around 7.2, 7.4 at the moment. So I'm thinking maybe in another week or two, when, with the plants and the leaves, like when the water has calmed down a bit more and there's less of that biofilm, I'll go out and get some shrimps and hopefully fish as well. Still not sure on which kind of tetra, but I'm hoping to get green neons if I can. And if not, I'll just get the ember tetras. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to put some livestock in there and see how it goes. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye!